Hi, we're going to talk about Mix Designs and the Mix Materials app, and also the order of the importance of the order of the materials, because in the Mix Design, the order that you put in there is the order in which they're batched when you have multiple things going to one scale. So, the admixtures, the aggregate, the cement, the water, those systems work simultaneously. But when you have fly ash and cement, which one weighs up first? Or when you have rock, p-rock, sand, which one do you want to weigh up first? Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about. So we have an order here. We created a 7-yard load, and as you can see, when we go to batch it, this is a rock and sand mix. The rock is going first, and in this case the cement went first and then the fly ash. Okay, the next thing, when this is done, we'll show you how to change the order. So pay attention to this when you're creating your mix designs, the order at which you put them in. You can always change it later, but for right now, as soon as this batch gets done, we'll show you that. Let's open those screens now while we're here. So we're at mix, a 2500 psi test. We go to Mix Designs. Here it is. We first select it. Then this bag here is the mix materials. So you can see the helper text there explains that this is where you can add, edit, delete materials. Okay, so we go here. Okay, that little tone. Let's see. We're downloading. Okay, so remember, it went rock, then sand, cement, then fly ash. Okay, so when we click this, here's our list. So cement's 1, fly ash is 9. So it's going to, the relative order is all that's important. This is before that, this is before that. Okay, so let's just go take our sand and our rock, and let's go make it 9. That'll put it at the end of the list. Okay, and again, the numbers don't necessarily matter, but now it should weigh up the sand and then the rock. Okay, so we don't really have to save anything back here. If you change the quantities and you want to recalculate the yield, you can do that. Okay, so exit. Now when we go to draw another load for this order, we'll put Will's truck here. Let's just quick do a little 4-yarder, recalculate. Okay, start the load. Let me turn the printer off here. Okay, yes, do a 4-yard. Now let's pay attention to the draw order here. Okay, now sand is first. This is on a simulator, so it's weighing up very, very quickly, but that's all really wanted to let you know about changing the draw order. You don't have to reassign materials. You can just, when you're setting up your mix designs, make sure you're putting the materials in the order that you want to batch. Now let's create a new mix design altogether and show you how you add materials. Okay, so let's clear new. Let's do a 3500 test. Okay, this max size defaults to the default size in your settings for your plant. If you have a mix that has a high disproportionate amount of sand or p-rock or whatever, and you're not going to fit 8 yards in there, put a smaller quantity in here, and then if somebody tries to batch an 8-yard load, it will flag it and say, hey, no, you can't fit that in your bins. Okay, so that is really the only thing we need to put in here, those are the only required fields. Everything else defaults. Tax, you just want to leave these if for some reason a mix design is not, it's considered a product that's not taxed at a certain level. But this tangible product in most cases. Okay, so let's save this, and first time you're adding a new one, when you save it, automatically pops this up, and you just start adding adding your materials. We like to have our rock first and then our sand, so let's put this in here. We add it. We just quick do this. Next thing, you add your cement and water and stuff like that. One thing, I won't go through it to save time, but one thing I wanted to tell you is at batch time you're allowed to tweak your admixtures. Okay, so if you want to create a mix and you're in a cold climate and you want to use chloride some of the time, or if you want to give a super plasticizer to some mixes and not the other, instead of having to duplicate all the mixes, what you can do is just put all your admixtures in, your super or your chloride or non-chloride accelerator in as zeros, and then you can change them on the fly when you go. Okay, so if we want to add admixture 6, just say 0 and add. Okay, and when it comes time to create the load, we can put some in here. All right, well, that's the mix materials app. Thanks for watching.